All right, on Thursday Night Football, we're going to see a little AFC East matchup. This is from MetLife Stadium, of course, on Amazon Prime. The 1-1 Patriots taking on the 1-1 Jets, Jets. At the moment, the Jets are favored by 3.5 points, and the over-under is set at 37.5. So
Under.
Yeah, under.
It's going to be a slog.
Checking on this injury report real quick. Nothing really to report for the Patriots. A couple guys who, honestly, I don't know who they are. And then,
well,
you know who they are?
I mean, they're middle linebacker.
But Vidarian Lowe?
Yeah,
Is that the guy you know? Or do you know Jawan Bentley?
Okay, John Bentley is their middle linebacker. He's out. And then Rowe is their right tackle. But they're, like you said, they're not crazy.
For the Jets, Jermaine Johnson, of course, out for the season with that ruptured Achilles. DJ Reed listed as questionable. That's a big deal at cornerback. And then C.J. Mosley, the leader of the defense, leader of the team, what it sounds like from that Hard Knocks series, is listed as questionable as well. So defensive guys there might be missing for this surprise Patriots team who we thought was going to be a dumpster fire, but so far so good. I like what's going on in New England.
Yep.
I think they have a plan. I think everyone's bought in. I feel like everyone's on the same page. There's no drama coming out of there. I think Jacoby Brissett is the kind of quarterback that's going to win a lot of regular season games because he just doesn't make mistakes. Like, he just...
Wow. You're just getting choked up over there.
I love Jacoby Brissett.
That's my quarterback.
Sorry.
That's my quarterback.
I was yelling across the field at my outside linebacker to stay home.
So unfair to him.
So the voice is going. But, yeah, I mean, I like what they're doing in New England.
Watching their game last week, he will not make it the whole season, though. He's getting beat the hell up.
But that's the thing, though. That's who you beat up.
Don't Drake May's sitting there and like on ice. Just don't touch him.
Yeah. I like what they're doing. Let's look at some players to watch. I'll go first here because the guy that is carrying this offense is Ramondre Stevenson, talented back who's had success before in the season, but now is with a coach and within a system where they're going to give him the rock over and over again. Week 1, 25 carries, 120 yards, 1 touchdown, tack on 3 receptions as well. Last week against Seattle, a good defense who we saw absolutely shut down the high-powered Denver Broncos. He goes 21 carries, 81 yards, 1 touchdown, tack on 2 touchdowns for that as well. So playing well, Ramondre Stevenson, I think they will go as he goes.
Yeah, I mean, and we've seen the Jets get tore up on the ground.
Right.
Just lost Jermaine Johnson. It's
Mosley questionable.
That's the way to beat the Jets right now, just to run against them. And Stevenson's been one of the most underrated running backs because he kind of do everything. And then Antonio Gibson had a good week last week. I think he'll have some run because I think the only way to beat the Jets is to keep that offense off the field because you're just gonna first down.
The Niners showed a good game plan how to beat this Jets team because I thought Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good last week.
He looked better. Yeah.
I thought he looked pretty good. Yeah. I think the offense needs to work out some things, but I thought they kept him off the field. They being the 49ers so well that we didn't really get to see that offense really go. Yeah. So yeah, I think that has to be the game plan going in, right?
Yeah, run the ball.
He's going to get over 25 carries.
Yeah, him and Gibson are going to be pretty tired at like the end of it because it's working. They're 1-1. That's better than we all thought that they would start.
Who are you watching on the Patriots?
Offensively, tight end Hunter Henry last week was their only pass catcher. They had, I think they had 3 total catches or receptions from their wideout core last week. Just because they throw the ball so little and they don't really trust them. It seems like they just want to run the ball. And Hunter Henry last week, 8 catches, 109 yards. And I want to highlight him because on the other side, Sauce Gardner's going to lock up whoever is playing the perimeter. And they're not proving well enough. Like, I'm not scared of KJ Osborne killing them. So Hunter Henry might be the only guy who can maybe get open.
And I know you're not too impressed with their safeties as far as, like, someone who's going to take away a tight end.
Exactly. So Hunter Henry would be the guy to watch. He might be their best. He probably is their best wideout at this point. Polk got a touchdown last week, but so far, no one, unproven. They run a very old school offense, just running the ball, tight ends. It's just gonna be boring.
If you're a fan of high end cornerback versus receiver matchups, then you're watching Christian Gonzalez versus Garrett Wilson. That it is going to be an absolute dogfight. 2 of the best young players in the league, really the future of the league, right there in front of us.
Is that your player to watch on defense? Because mine is too.
I mean, number one, that's one of the few players I know on the defense. But number 2, I mean, it sucks that he missed last year, but he's played so well so far. He's already getting himself a list together of guys he has faced without giving out very much
Yeah.
yards and touchdowns. So very excited to see them go Garrett Wilson, because the Jets need Garrett Wilson so much and funnel so much of their offense and their targets through him. Patriots, they could maybe just take that away with Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez, he's played so well. Coming off a major injury, too, so you're just, thoroughly, impressed. And you're a little scared because when Belichick leaves, he does a great job of coaching up DBs. So you're worried about – because usually when cornerbacks leave Belichick, they
That was
become
his thing.
worse. Yeah. A prime example was J.C. Jackson. He left to go to the Chargers. He kind of sucked, and he came back, and then he was good again.
Right.
This guy Gonzalez, I know it's still the Patriot system with head coach Mayo being still there.
Right.
But still great, and good for him, and good for the Patriots too. That's a building block.
Let's go over to this Jets team. Who are you watching there?
Oh yeah, 20-year-old running back Braylon Allen. Last week tore it up.
We need a train sound for that, Gabe. Can you write that down?
20
we
years.
just need a train.
20 years old. Looks like honestly he's the biggest guy, one of the biggest guys on the field. Last week, 2 total touchdowns, 1 catching, one receiving. He's just a beast, and we hyped up. I'm blanking on his name.
Who?
Running back for the Jets.
Breece Hall.
Yeah, we hyped up him, but I think this might be a 2-headed monster here with Braylon Allen just sitting there like I could do everything that he could do, that Breece Hall can do, but just a sleeper.
Well, last week was scary because they both ate.
Yeah.
Like Breece Hall was still very good.
Yeah.
Bryce Hall scored 2 touchdowns. Or
That's
Braylon Allen.
I'm getting mixed up.
Bryce Hall.
Yeah.
Braylon Allen scored 2 touchdowns
Yeah.
as well. So if they can get that going, maybe that helps with that lack of a number 2 and 3 receiver.
Yeah, they've kind of consolidated targets. I think they're just going with people who they trust, and Rodgers and Hackett seem to trust 20-year-old
He's a
Allen.
unit, man. What did you look like, and what were you doing at 20?
Just about the same as I look now.
Well, it looks pretty good. I don't know why.
JJ's like, I look great. My shoulder still worked. My Achilles was still nice and tight.
It was intact.
At 20, God,
What was I at 20?
My hips didn't hurt.
I mean, I don't know what you look like. You look nothing like Braylon Allen.
Braylon Allen is
That guy's a unit.
And that was the oldest player in the league throwing a touchdown to the youngest player in the league.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, how old is Rodgers?
He's 40.
Yeah.
So he's
He'll be
20 years
41.
older. I was just over here thinking I am 5 years away from being double that guy's age.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is just, it's wild how young he is, how good he is so fast.
And another testament to the Jets. They're really drafting well. They last couple
do.
years, you're
They don't do so well in the free agency.
No, but God, dude, they might get another guy here. That means their entire playmakers on offense are all drafted guys.
Wow.
And once they sign them, it's like good. Like everything that they've
point.
built is their drafted guys. That's
And you just look at that one year, I think it was 22 with Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, and Breece Hall.
So good.
That's unbelievable.
Not to mention, they bring in Michael Carter, they bring in DJ Reed, other guys who are also starring on this defense. We just don't.
And then Jermaine Johnson was just hurt, but he's another guy that drafted. So good for the Jets. And this is another.
Quinnen Williams they drafted.
Yeah, another bright spot. They lost Jermaine Johnson, but you can at least say by replacement Braylon Allen, pretty good.
Let's look at the Jets defense now. They lose Jermaine Johnson, which we mentioned several times. And so my eyes are going to be on this pass rush. Can Will McDonald in his second year? It's okay. We can both say the same guy. Can he be the guy to give pass rush? Listen, as an Eagles fan, we lost a couple pass rushers, and we just assumed the young guys waiting behind him were just going to come in and eat. Well, so far, they're not very good.
Yeah.
I think as a Jets fan here, you're a little worried that, number one, Bryce Huffton come back, even though he's been absolute ass on the Eagles.
Not very good.
Hassan Reddick's somewhere in the world, doing who knows what,
but he's not playing football.
but not playing for the Jets.
Taiwan.
Has literally not been to a meeting. Came for the press conference, and hasn't been in the building since.
He's in Indonesia.
Yeah. And so now it's really all on the shoulders of Will McDonald to be the guy right away. And so I'm looking at that guy if he could beat these tackles and make it a thing.
I mean, last week, 1 forced fumble, three sacks. That's because of the opportunity that he had last week. First round pick last year, right? They kind of gave him a year to cook. He's kind of a rotational guy. And excited. I know you lost, Jermaine Johnson, but not a lot of teams just have a backup first round edge rusher just sitting there waiting for his opportunity. So if he can keep it going, that Jets team might not even skip a beat as far as pass rush.
Yeah, 25 years old out of Iowa State. So far, 4th in the league with 3 sacks. So off to a hot start. We'll see if he holds up. Anyone else you keep an eye on here for this Jets team?
Well, this one is just I want to see Rodgers week 3. He's looked better each week. I want to see him. The Patriots defense is tough. Might be low scoring. Rodgers still has it from the neck up, obviously. I think he's slowly getting his legs back, trusting his legs. I think you're seeing it with him and Kirk. Like each week, you're like very little. You can see it coming back, very just confident. So look forward to seeing Rodgers. We'll see how many smirks or how many. What does he do? Like disappointing looks.
Looks at the camera.
Yeah. How many are we getting on Thursday night?
It's crazy how well
he's misunderstood.
He's a complicated artist. Look,
it's crazy how well he could just be in the middle of a game and know exactly where the camera.
He knows
is.
which camera's on.
It's like, how do you do that?
He's
Like you could almost list him as a producer. Like
he's good at that. And
He's been around a long time.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
One will be for Alan Lazard dropping a catch because that's what he does now.
You know what? I'll add another one. I need to see Mike Williams a little more here. Let me see, especially if they're locking down Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
They might need Mike Williams to make a thing now. He's been practicing now for weeks.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks.
I just want to hear his name once.
And last week he had a good catch.
He was a lot more involved. Yeah.
50-50 ball, which is what he's good at. Yeah.
So yeah, I want to see him. You guys anyone to watch, or you want to pick this game?
I think the thing that I want to watch, I sent it in the group chat. I've seen Aaron Rodgers with Jordy Nelson, with Adams, with Cobb. I want to see if him and Wilson can actually be one of those connections again.
They haven't had that big game.
They've
yet.
had pieces.
I think last week was a lot of fun, though. I think I texted you or Angel. I forgot what it was, but I saw it and I was like, that kind of reminds me of Devontae and Aaron, Jordy Nelson and Aaron. Like, I want to see if that can become a thing with the Jets. That'd be great.
Can I make a little prediction? This is not going to be the game to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Christian Gonzalez is just straight up better than him.
The Jets need to be creative in
But
where
then-
Garrett Wilson is.
But then the flip side of that, if they do it on
I would be very impressed. I'd be very surprised. I think Christian Gonzalez is that good.
Christian Gonzalez is very good. But so it's a good battle.
I mean, it's not
honestly,
like the guys that he had before never went against anyone. We played against Revis. We played against all those guys, and it still happened. So.
Yeah.
honestly, this is just some good football. Like if you want to see some great young superstars in the league, watch Thursday. That's such a great matchup.
What you watching, AJ?
Well, I think the difference between what Garrett Wilson and the guys you mentioned, Garrett Wilson's not as big and strong as those guys.
Yeah,
I think
Christian
route
Gonzalez
runner. I mean,
is.
It was the same thing with Devontae.
Yeah, but Devontae's a big, strong dude.
And
No,
he's,
he's a big,
also a
strong
different
dude.
animal.
Yeah.
No, but
Garrett Wilson is not Devontae Adams.
No, but what I'm saying, what makes Devontae Adams so good was his route running. He was like putting hands on these guys.
Right.
It was just a great route. I think that's what Garrett Wilson
Have
did.
you seen Ocho Cinco talk about that? He was in it. It was really fun. He was in I think it was with Sauce Gardner. Someone, a current good a cornerback on that LeBron show. What's it called?
The shot.
And they asked the I think it was Sauce Gardner, how would you stop Ocho Cinco?
Oh,
And
I saw that.
And like, I would just jam him, put hands on him.
Yeah.
And then Ocho was like, yeah, you're probably bigger and stronger than me. You know why you're not going to do it? And he held up his feet. He's like, see those? See those feet right there? His feet were so, because that's how really what it was. So that's what we were saying might be the advantage for Garrett Wilson.
Just
Like
a great
he might
route
just
runner.
be so good off the line and just so fast that Christian Gonzalez can't keep up with him. Maybe we'll see.
We'll see.
And in a long-term play, I want the Raiders to lose so much so we can see Devontae Adams traded to the Jets. 'Cause I just want to watch it one more time. I want to watch a back shoulder fade, Rodgers,
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, just one more time.
Gonzalez listed at 6'1", 205. So
That's
big,
a big
quarterback,
that's a big
22
corner.
years old. Jeez.
22.
That's
There's a lot of
big
good young
quarterback,
players
man.
in the league right now, man.
Yeah.
You guys want to pick it?
Ooh. Yeah, start over there. I don't.
I'm gonna roll with Aaron. I think Aaron's he's gonna get just a little bit better here, but I think it's gonna be just enough to win this one.
Let's not get too crazy with the Patriots. We're going with the Jets.
Yeah, I'll pick the Jets. I think offensively, the Patriots might if the Jets kind of do what they're like supposed to do, Patriots might not even score 10.
I'm gonna stop going last.
Don't
I
think
keep
about
going
it.
last,
Don't
and I want
Oh, you want to go zig when everyone's
Yeah,
back.
like I'm just my
yeah.
personality, but yeah, I think so. Is this the first home game since the Achilles for the Jets?
Is it? They play the Niners.
They were
week
they
one.
were in San
Oh, yeah.
Francisco.
Yeah.
They haven't played yet.
So this is the
Oh,
return
God.
to MetLife for Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so
And I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
So what you do now, you run from the opposite tunnel, and you don't care anything.
with like
With
a
a-
Russian
with a
flag.
Confederate
with
flag.
the
Like a
Ukrainian
Confederate
flag.
Honestly, you just walk out. You don't run.
No, take the cart.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I'm going Jets. I think it's gonna be a close game, low scoring game. I think it's gonna be really good football.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a really good football game, fun game to watch. But that's how we're picking it. We'll see. We're already into week 3, boys. We're already
It
into
is.
week 3.
Enjoy it, folks. It goes
Enjoy it,
fast.
guys. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. We will see you Friday with a full preview of week 3, Sundays and Mondays game. Bye.